folks, welcome back. It's John Pettipas doing recording on the second week of January of 2022. And today I'm going to feature the Bennetts. And they're wonderful people. A lot of Bennetts, East Herefordshire, you find them all over the place. They're great people. The Bennetts were Benoits originally. One of the great-grandfathers was down in Chelsea, Massachusetts, and the guy was English-speaking, hadn't heard of Benoit, and he wrote it out as Bennett instead of B-E-N-O-I-T. It was Bennett, Benoit, and made it Bennett, B-E-N-N-E-T-S, Bennett. So they became Bennetts. The Bennetts were Benoits originally, and they're great carpenters, they're wonderful people, the original brothers, a whole slew of them were Bernard and Xavier, and many of the sons and in-laws were fantastic carpenters. Now they're doing everything from engineering to nursing to you name it. They're fantastic, wonderful people. And this reminds me a little bit of like in the Bible, I watched the daily TV Mass weekdays, and there was a very long reading, and the priest said there was Philomena, and there was Lucy, and there was a whole line. There was John, Matthew, Mark, Zebedee, and Peter, Paul, Simon, you name it, Ambrose. And so I think of some. I'm wearing red, by the way. I did this with Mary Wood's 96th birthday, and Rosemary Jolly Dolly Bennett, just a mere youngster compared to the distinguished Mary Wood and Auld Cove. But anyway, she's a big liberal, so I had to wear red. I changed my shirt into red. So I want to pay special tribute to Rosemary Jolly Dolly Bennett, that so many times gave me a drive home from church in my beautiful years, wonderful years at St. Paul's Church in Herefordshire. And we think of C.W. Bennett, Charles W. Bennett, cement finishing of East Herefordshire, and him and his lovely wife Rosemary. She makes fantastic rolls, and the whole family are wonderful people. And I just got a wonderful idea from one of the sons of Sam and Noah of Ian and Pam Bennett and their older brother. They're fantastic people. Okay, and we have Karen and Roddy Bennett, who actually Karen's father would have been a Frasier. So Karen's maiden name was Frasier. So she's a Bennett by marriage. Okay, we're thinking all's coming. I was just making a list here. If I list everybody, my video will be about 15 minutes long, and I'll run out of data like happened last night. I need more cloud or space on my phone. Father Donnelly's youngest brother, Martin's youngest son, okay, late Barry Donnelly, his widow, his wife, Blue Eyes, they called her, wonderful lady, in her own right. Marion was a Bennett. Now she's Mrs. Marion Donnelly Wood. She's married to Wood after her first husband died. And so there's Bennett. I think of her sister or cousin, okay, is Bonnie. Bonnie married Gerard de Coast, and they're wonderful kids. There's Kendra and Jarrett and Wade, and they're wonderful people and subscribers and great folks. They take Kendra's husband, grew right up from me, across me in track, and he used to be on Kendra's fine husband, Garnet Bowie, was had a little spring rocking horse. He used to have those in the 60s, early 70s, and he loved, enthusiastic, wonderful little guy. And I can remember his young girl make. Remember, I was maybe 12 years old, 13. This little guy was probably now 5 or 6. He'd get his rocking horse, his spring horse, he'd sing, "Take me home, West Virginia, Mountain Mama," West Virginia, John Denver song. And he had that as a little kid, 4 or 5 years old, preschooler, grade primary, had that song down pat. They're fantastic folks. And the Bennetts, my grandfather was a